Now that we know how to play the E, the A and the D, we have to go about changing chords in order to play songs properly. So I'll start off with my fingers in the E position, like this. Now, I want to move from the E to the A. So when you're changing chords, all you have to do is take your fingers off of the fretboard. Don't take them too far away, you don't want to go off the fretboard totally. All you have to do is just very, very slowly lift your fingers, let them find their way towards the A, and you can look at chord diagrams while you're doing this as well. I would recommend it. And there, I've now changed to the A. And it's always really important when you're first trying this, just to take your time. There's no rush, there's no race, just go at your own pace. So I then move back to the E like this. I then take my time, taking my fingers off very slowly, find the position, and then strum. And you can do this as many times as you want, and over time you'll find that you get faster. Now I'm going to stick with the A, and I'm going to look to change to the D now. So I start off with the A, the straight line chord. And what I look for is I'm looking for patterns between the two chords. So for example, I know that fingers 1 and 2 are going to stay on the 2nd fret, but they're just going to move onto different strings. So let's start off by looking at A and D. So first of all, what I can do is I can slide my 3rd finger from the 2nd fret of the B onto the 3rd fret of the B like this. All I then have to do is put my 2nd finger onto the 2nd fret of the high E, like so, and my 1st finger onto the 2nd fret of the G, like this. And if I want to change back, then I'll do it the opposite way. I'll use fingers 1 and 2 to go back to the 2nd frets of the D and the G respectively, slide my 3rd finger from the 3rd fret of the B to the 2nd fret of the B, just like that. And again, it's important just to take your time when you're doing this, don't rush it, and eventually you'll be able to go just like this. Now let's go back to the D for just 1 second. If I want to change from the D back to the E, again I look for patterns within the chords. What I can do is I can take fingers 2 and 3 off. I'll just take them off very slightly from the fretboard. I won't have them a million miles away from it. I'll slide my 1st finger from the 2nd fret of the G up to the 1st finger. And then from there, I'll let fingers 2 and 3 go onto the 2nd frets of the A and the D respectively. So I've turned what looked like quite a hard chord change into a fairly easy chord change. And over time, it gets much easier. So if you take your time and look at some chord diagrams in front of you whilst you're making these chord changes, soon going from E to A to D and then back to E will be really, really easy.